Hello, and welcome to Carcry, where car reviews aren't just about cold technical specs, but also about painting a clear picture with just enough humor to stop your brain from dozing off. Today, we're starting our journey with the BYD Seal 6 Premium, a hybrid SUV that at first glance shouts solid, reliable, and packed with tech. Size-wise, it measures 4,775 millimeters long, 1,890 millimeters wide, and 1,670 millimeters tall. Think of it as a miniature mobile building cruising down the high street. But don't be fooled by the chunky outfit. Beneath that shell sits BYD's DMI hybrid system, pairing a 1.5-liter turbocharged petrol engine with an electric motor. The combo delivers 238 horsepower and 420 newton-meters of torque. In plain English, smooth acceleration around town, plus the ability to run fully electric for up to 100 kilometers, easily enough for a week's commute if you charge smartly. The real party trick here is the Blade battery, BYD's latest innovation. It's engineered to resist overheating and even fire, making it tougher and safer than conventional packs. Imagine giving the whole car, and you, the driver, a layer of digital armor. Safety, durability, and performance all neatly wrapped together. So in this opening round, we've clocked the Seal's commanding stance, noted its headline numbers, power, torque, EV range, and that impressive Blade battery. But here's the kicker. How does all this translate when you're actually behind the wheel? Stick around, because next up, we'll dive into the exterior design and uncover the tech hidden beneath that bold look. Now let's take a closer look at the exterior, the place where design and technology join forces like a well-drilled squad ready for battle. First stop, the LED pixel matrix headlights. These aren't just bulbs pretending to be fancy. Each pixel is independently controlled, so the beam adjusts to your speed and steering while avoiding dazzling oncoming drivers. In practice, the Seal 6 behaves like a personal lighting assistant that reads the road for you. And honestly, if you thought bright enough was good enough, wait until you see this light show. It's less torch on wheels and more intelligent spotlight that knows its cues. Next, the active front grille. Remember that Blade battery armor we talked about in the first round? Here's its sparring partner. The grille flaps open when the powertrain needs cooling and shut tight when aerodynamics take priority. Think of it like a knight in armor that knows exactly when to breathe. On the motorway, that means not only staying cool, but slicing through the air with less drag, saving you fuel and keeping the ride steadier. The 19-inch lightweight alloys paired with low-resistance tires also deserve a nod. Sure, they look sharp, but the real gain is in handling. Better grip, smoother cornering, and less wasted energy compared with old-school heavy rims. Translation? The Seal feels planted, efficient, and surprisingly agile for its size. And then there are the aero-sculpted body lines. Those creases and cuts aren't just for the showroom brochure. They reduce drag, cut wind noise, and even channel cooling to key components. Picture it less like a family SUV and more like a modern warship gliding silently, purposefully through city streets. Open the door, and the story continues. BYD carries over the tech married to experience philosophy inside. Seats, dashboard, and infotainment aren't just privy surfaces. They're engineered for usability and comfort in equal measure. And that's exactly where we'll head in the next segment, the cabin. Because specs are one thing, but the feeling of sitting inside this SUV, that's where things get personal. Now, let's swing open the door and step inside the BYD Seal 6 Premium, where tech and comfort don't just meet. They shake hands politely like a well-bred Englishman and then immediately start showing off. Remember how I said in the last segment this SUV feels like a warship cruising the streets? Well, the cabin doesn't exactly disappoint either. It's more command deck of a starship than family runabout. Front and center is the 15.6-inch touchscreen. It's not just a giant tablet nailed onto the dash for bragging rights. This is mission control. Entertainment, climate, navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all seamlessly integrated. The design trims down buttons, making the experience intuitive, sleek, and just a little bit sci-fi. Even better, it links directly to the hybrid system, displaying battery charge, torque output, and how much energy you're regenerating when you brake. It's like a live scoreboard for your efficiency game. Slide into the leather seats and you'll find 6 to 8-way electric adjustment, heating, and ventilation, all designed not just for luxury, but for posture. Drive long enough and you'll appreciate that your spine hasn't filed for divorce. And yes, the heating and cooling functions run efficiently, keeping with BYD's hybrid ethos, comfort without waste. Now the sound system. An Infinity 10-speaker setup tuned to make your playlist sound like a private gig, while clever noise insulation cancels out the world beyond your windows. Whether it's your favorite band or a phone call, it comes through crisp without the soundtrack of road roar or lorries grumbling past. But comfort isn't just gadgets. The space itself has been engineered for humans who actually have legs and heads. High roofline, generous legroom, smart suspension geometry, it all adds up to a cabin that's not only relaxing, but also directly influences handling stability. Less bounce, less fatigue, more confidence, whether you're cruising the M1 or winding through the coastal roads in New South Wales. And just when you're thinking this SUV is all about quiet luxury, hold that thought. Because in the next segment, we'll dive under the skin, the hybrid system, the Blade battery, and what it really feels like when the Sea Lion 6 comes alive on the road. Now we come to the true heart of the BYD Sea Lion 6 Premium, the part that actually moves you, the DMI hybrid system, the Blade battery, and the real on-road experience. Remember that Blade battery we flagged earlier? That's not just marketing copy. It underpins the car's safety and durability, and it changes how the whole powertrain behaves under load. At its core, the Sea Lion 6 pairs a 1.5-liter turbocharged petrol engine with an electric motor. Together, the premium spec produces about 238 horsepower and roughly 420 newton-meters of torque, numbers that translate into confident overtakes and relaxed cruising on the motorway. The important piece here is how that power is delivered. The electric motor offers near-instant torque at low speeds, smoothing out any turbo lag and giving you immediate responsiveness off the line. Meanwhile, the petrol engine comes in to sustain speed and to recharge the battery when needed. The result is a driving sensation that's fluid rather than jerky. The car accelerates smoothly from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, and the transitions between electric and petrol modes are managed so well you barely notice them. Energy management is where the DMI architecture truly earns its stripes. Regenerative braking channels kinetic energy back into the battery during deceleration. The hybrid control system decides in real time when to use stored electric energy, when to ask for combustion assistance, and how much regenerative braking to apply for optimal efficiency. Think of it like an orchestra conductor. The hybrid controller cues the electric motor, the petrol engine, and the brakes so everything plays in harmony. That coordination reduces fuel consumption, lowers tailpipe emissions, and keeps the power delivery seamless. Ride and handling are equally considered. Up front, a McPherson strut layout provides predictable steering geometry. At the rear, a multi-link setup gives the Sea Lion composure through bends. Add adaptive dampers to that mix, and you get a chassis that stiffens up when you demand precision and relaxes when you want comfort. BYD has also balanced the vehicle's mass to support both the electric components and conventional hardware, so the car feels stable and controlled rather than top-heavy or unsettled. Safety tech closes the loop. Standard items such as ABS, ESP, hill start assist, collision warnings, and a 360-degree camera create a defensive cocoon around the vehicle. More than a wish list, these systems interact with the hybrid control logic. For instance, regenerative braking must play nicely with ABS under hard stops, and the traction control has to account for instant electric torque. When these systems are integrated thoughtfully, you get a driving experience that's not only efficient, but also precise and reassuring. In short, the Sea Lion 6 Premium doesn't just stack impressive specs on paper. The DMI system and Blade battery are engineered to work together for smooth acceleration, measured energy use, and composed handling. It behaves like a considered piece of engineering, not a gimmick. Next up, we'll pull everything together: pros, cons, and a verdict. Is the Sea Lion 6 Premium genuinely a top-tier hybrid SUV, or simply an attractive sheet of figures? Prepare for a clear, no-nonsense conclusion. Now let's talk about the part everyone secretly dreads, but still clicks for: the price tag. Where exactly does the BYD Sea Lion 6 Premium stand in the market, and is it really worth the money? In the US and Canadian context, this SUV lands in the same ballpark as plug-in hybrids like the Toyota RAV4 Prime and the Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV. While pricing shifts by incentives and state rebates, the Sea Lion 6 Premium typically comes in around the mid to upper $40,000. Not cheap, but remember, you're getting BYD